From mysterious energy structures above our galaxy to the possibility of alien-made spaces, cosmic bubbles might be more than empty voids. These massive structures could be nature's perfect hiding spots for advanced civilizations, or even serve as cosmic highways. Let's zoom out from our galaxy for a moment and look at something amazing. Two massive bubbles of energy extending above and below the Milky Way. These are the Fermi bubbles, discovered in 2010 by NASA's Fermi telescope. Each bubble stretches about 25,000 light-years tall. That's a quarter of our galaxy's width. These structures glow with gamma rays, the most powerful form of light we know. Scientists think these bubbles formed when our galaxy's central black hole had a massive feeding event millions of years ago, sending out huge amounts of energy and hot gas. Think of it like a cosmic burp from our galaxy's center. The bubbles are still mysterious. We're not sure if they're still growing or what exactly caused them. Some researchers suggest they might be connected to star formation or could even affect how our galaxy evolves. Let's explore another amazing type of space bubble, the superbubbles created by exploding stars. When massive stars die in spectacular explosions called supernovas, they blast away nearby gas and dust, creating giant empty spaces. These aren't small bubbles. They can stretch hundreds of light years across. Imagine a cosmic leaf blower clearing out space itself. Multiple supernovas in the same area can work together, making these bubbles even bigger. In fact, our own solar system sits inside one of these ancient superbubbles. These massive spaces aren't just empty voids. They're actually filled with super-hot gas that glows in X-ray light. Scientists think these bubbles might be where new stars are born, as the expanding walls of the bubble push gas and dust together, creating perfect conditions for star formation. Now here's a fascinating idea. What if advanced alien civilizations could create their own protective bubbles in space? Think of it like building a cosmic greenhouse. These artificial bubbles could shield entire solar systems from harmful space radiation, regulate temperature, and even create perfect conditions for life. Some scientists suggest that highly advanced aliens might use advanced technology to create these safe zones, possibly by manipulating space-time itself or using massive energy fields. They could build these shelters to protect themselves from dangerous cosmic events like gamma-ray bursts or nearby supernovas. These bubbles might also help them control their environment, making it possible to live in places that would normally be too hostile for life. If these structures exist, they could be hiding in plain sight. We might mistake them for natural space phenomena. Let's talk about our cosmic neighborhood. We actually live inside a giant bubble. The local bubble is a massive, mostly empty region of space stretching about 1,000 light-years across. Imagine a giant soap bubble, but instead of soapy water, its walls are made of dense gas and dust. This bubble formed about 14 million years ago when several stars exploded in massive supernovas. The explosions swept away most of the gas and dust, leaving behind a giant cavity of super-hot, thin gas. What's really cool is that this bubble isn't just empty space, it's actually helping create new stars. The pressure from the bubble's expansion pushes gas and dust together along its edges, which is exactly what's needed to form baby stars. Almost every young star near Earth formed because of this bubble-making process. When we search for signs of advanced alien life, we need to think beyond just radio signals or distant planets. Artificial space bubbles could be one of the most obvious signs of alien engineering. These structures might show up in our telescopes as perfect spheres or unusually empty regions that don't match natural space patterns. Scientists suggest looking for areas that block certain types of radiation in ways that nature typically doesn't, or searching for spots where space seems too clean or organized. We might spot these bubbles by looking for unusual energy patterns or perfectly shaped boundaries in space. Some researchers are already developing methods to spot these artificial structures, focusing on areas where the laws of physics seem to work differently than expected. If we find these signs, it could be the biggest discovery in human history, proof that we're not alone in the universe. Let's explore one of the most amazing ideas in space technology, the Dyson sphere. Imagine building a giant shell or bubble around an entire star to catch all its energy. This concept, first proposed by physicist Freeman Dyson, would let an advanced civilization use every bit of their star's power. A complete Dyson sphere would be like wrapping a star in a massive solar panel. While building a solid sphere would be incredibly difficult, a more practical version might look like a swarm of satellites or panels orbiting the star. These Dyson swarms could collect massive amounts of energy while being easier to build. Some scientists think we might spot alien civilizations by looking for these structures, which would appear as unusually dim stars surrounded by heat-emitting shells. Space isn't just an empty void. It's filled with gas bubbles that could be perfect homes for life, unlike anything we've seen on Earth. Inside these cosmic bubbles, conditions might be just right for exotic life forms to develop. The gas in these bubbles often contains the basic building blocks of life: carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, and oxygen. Think of them as space-based petri dishes, where temperatures and chemical mixtures could support unique forms of life. These bubbles can protect their contents from harmful space radiation, maintain steady temperatures, and keep their chemical makeup stable for millions of years. Scientists are particularly excited about bubbles near the center of our galaxy, where complex organic molecules float in abundance. Some of these regions have conditions similar to those found in Earth's deep-sea vents, where extreme life forms thrive. Here's a mind-bending thought. What if our entire universe is actually a carefully designed bubble created by an advanced civilization? Some scientists suggest we might be living in a cosmic laboratory, like ants in a giant ant farm. Think about it. Our universe follows incredibly precise mathematical rules and has exactly the right conditions for life to exist. Could this be by design? The idea isn't as crazy as it sounds. Advanced aliens might create universe-sized bubbles to study how life develops or to preserve their knowledge. They could use massive amounts of energy to create a controlled space where they can adjust the laws of physics. This could explain why our universe seems so perfectly tuned for life to exist. Of course, this is just a theory, but it makes us think about the true nature of our reality. Let's explore how cosmic bubbles could revolutionize space travel. Picture space as a giant network of connected bubbles, each filled with lower density gas than the surrounding space. These natural tunnels could act like cosmic expressways, making space travel much faster and easier. Just like rivers helped early human explorers cover vast distances, these cosmic bubbles could help future spaceships move through space using less fuel. The walls of these bubbles, made of denser gas and magnetic fields, could actually guide spacecraft along specific paths. Scientists have already mapped several of these bubble networks in our cosmic neighborhood. Some researchers think advanced alien civilizations might already be using these natural highways for their own space travel. The hunt for cosmic bubbles and their possible inhabitants is about to get a major upgrade. The next generation of space telescopes will give us amazing new tools to spot these mysterious structures. We'll use special instruments that can detect subtle changes in space temperature and density, like finding warm spots in a dark room. These tools will help us map bubble networks across our galaxy in incredible detail. We're also developing AI systems that can spot patterns too complex for human eyes. Imagine a super smart computer looking for perfectly shaped spheres or unusual energy signatures that might point to artificial structures. The James Webb Space Telescope will be particularly helpful, as it can analyze the chemical makeup of these bubbles and potentially spot signs of technology or life. Thanks for exploring these fascinating cosmic mysteries with us today. From natural wonders to possible alien structures, space never stops amazing us. If you enjoyed learning about cosmic bubbles, hit like, subscribe, and share with your space-loving friends.